Okay, and thank you for joining us again with SpechtSolutions YouTube. It would appear that they're throwing more than just garbage away. They're throwing actual personal belongings away as well.
What are we moving on to? You know what I mean? We have no future in sight. Yeah. Once you get out of here, it's very tight. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello.
Is this the pile that's getting stored? The belongings that get stored?
No, that's metal. It's recyclable.
So that's getting thrown out as well? So all of this stuff's getting thrown away?
Whatever we can recycle, we recycle.
Is any of it going to be stored?
No.
None?
No.
Absolutely nothing will be stored. Okay. Okay. Nothing is going to be stored. This is all going to recycling, apparently, metal. Shopping cart should probably be returned to the stores they belong to. But absolutely, apparently, nothing will be stored. They'll be going all up and down between here and Los Osos Valley Road today. Is that's the case?
There's only two people camping down further.
Not very much, then.
Yeah, and they were notified earlier in the week, so they said they were going to clean up.
I see. So this is the biggest of it.
Yeah.
I see.
But it will be closed from Prado all the way to LVR.
And that's what I was told. And apparently none of this stuff will be stored, from what these people said. They're throwing everything away, is what they just said.
Yeah, anything that they say, hey, this is personal property and we don't have any place for it, then it'll get stored.
And then it gets stored.
Yeah, anything that they leave, we told them, hey, just take what you want and then leave everything else and we'll clean it up. Where do you normally do your hunting?
And as far as the belongings, they are required to get them all out on their own and store them on their own, or is the city going to store their...
I'm not sure if it's 30, 60, or 90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
Yeah.
So if they don't claim it in 90 days, then it gets disposed of.
Okay.
But they can come make arrangements to get it out of storage.
Would they have to pay, or is it...
That I don't know.
You don't know. That would be a question for Mr. Johnson, Derrick Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's through the Rangers, not the police department. I know when we store safekeeping stuff, I think it's $11, depending on what it is. If it was an arrest or something, if it's found property. I know our department works with people. You know, sometimes we'll be able to take stuff out and not charge them if it's a hardship or whatnot.
Right.
Happen.
I have as well. Yeah. Thank you for the information.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
They tell us to move over here, and then when we get there, they tell us, oh, no, you can't be here. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not going to go away. We got to try to live together.
Understand it's not their fault. It's the city manager.
They're doing their
gives the
job.
directions. Yes.
They give the directions. They give, you know what I mean, things that they have to do. I understand this. It's kind of an eyesore.
It's an eyesore because there's no way for people to get their trash to the landfill. That's the city's fault.
I mean, you look at the roadway, it's full. We do get our trash to where we need to. You know, and there are people that come by and help.
I've talked to my lieutenant too about, like, over at Bianchi's base, about doing a rollaway there and stuff also.
No, they won't bring it.
And it's just kind of interesting. I mean, I know some people, some houseless community members that I've talked to about, you know, they don't accumulate a lot of trash. They don't bring, you know, they don't grab a whole bunch of stuff, and other people do. You know,
I'm just glad that we see all of us coming together to try to help us get down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like, when all said and done, where do we go? What do we do? You know what I mean?
Do you know how much the Blue Bag program cost the city of San Luis? $64,000. You know how much a dumpster cost over there when they finally got him to bring one? Peanuts. And everybody used it. They don't want the rats coming up. Renee gets her tent chewed on by rats. How fun. She's been bitten by rats because she's close to the creek. Because this is the only place in town, across Bianchi Trail, that's not by a bunch of houses. You know, people don't come streaming through except for the little cutie guys in their expensive lycra outfits on their $2,000 bikes. Looking at the homeless with their, oh my, well, you come out here and try to do it. What else can I tell you?
I think Mr. Johnson should come out here and spend a night and know what it's like.
Come on. I've invited all of them. You know who came? Adam Hill. Heidi Harmon.
Heidi Harmon came?
Yep, those were,
Well, Heidi Harmon's the one who created this.
no, she didn't create it, but
She certainly didn't help.
I don't want to be filmed, okay? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Derrick Johnson, he makes more than the governor of California.
I don't have a car.
330 plus thousand a year. To do shoddy work at the best.
And you know,
Poor
Johnson
management.
and all his sheriffs, they're real helpful too. They respect the homeless, and I appreciate you guys not coming down here. We know it's not your job.
I appreciate you understanding that and mentioning.
No,
A lot of people just see us
absolutely.
and automatically think we're the bad guys. That
No.
we don't care about the house's
The one
members.
thing
You
that could
know.
help is going to Eric and asking him, where do you want these people to go? I mean, it's a fair civil question.
Yeah.
Where shall they go? Where we don't have to ticket them. I just have a lady down here who gave a statement to the attorney who spent a year in jail because she was cited and arrested for being homeless, for being on. She was on private property, but it was before it was listed as private property. There was no signs. And she was down there helping the homeowner. Jeff, will you please walk away?
Will I walk
Will
away?
you please walk away? I'm talking personally to the police here.
I suppose so. We're in an open area, you know.
Jeff, leave. I don't need your help. Thank you. Go.
Well, I'm
Please.
sorry to hear that, Becky.
Yeah, me too.
You should have any help that
Yeah,
that you
help
could
me,
get
Jeff.
for the
This
homeless.
is the first time I've seen you in years. So anyway,
I'm everywhere, Becky. Come on.
yeah, but what do you do with it? How many phone calls have you made to Derrick Johnson or the city council or the board of supervisors?
Well, clearly you don't
None.
listen to what I have to say at all these meetings, now do you?
Hi.
And
Now I
clearly
call
you didn't hear what I said in my candidate statement when I ran for mayor, Becky.
Jeff, stop.
I asked for them to be fired.
This is Babbitt.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
I'm one of the.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. I'm one of the attorneys with the CRLA.
They're asking me about Hope's Village, and I'm trying to explain to them that we don't hold this against them because they don't make the rules. But it'd be really helpful if we knew where these people were supposed to go. It's just scary crap. I mean, that would be huge.
I mean, are they being offered shelter somehow? You know?
They've been offered services the past 2 weeks. I know John Clevens and Officer Koznick have come out. Yesterday they were able to get 2 people connected with Prado that had been previously 86. They got them reunited and reinstated there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a start. But as you know, there's not enough beds there. There's 110 beds there for 500-600 homeless people in San Luis. That's the hard part. Yes.
Believe it or not, I'm going to make more.
Oh, honey, don't. No, they want more. They want more. Bless your heart. Thank you.
Bob
Yeah,
Act.
I'll be back.
I
Oh,
have
Bob
a
Act.
whole other last name.
About that.
I know that's
Yeah.
pretty common because people hear Bob and they're like, okay, Bob, I know that. And what's the rest of it? So it's Bobak, B-A-B-A-K, and then the last name is Nefis.
Nefisi.
Yeah.
Like Greek?
Persian.
Persian. Okay.
So what's supposed to happen here? Do you guys know?
So they're closing down this whole trail because they're redoing the fence, and so it'll be closed for a few weeks.
That fence?
They're gonna do
Oh,
both sides of the fence.
oh, this-
and then where the water treatment plant is, they're doing a new fence so that it won't get cut because we've had a whole bunch of cuts in the chain link stolen.
The what store? House?
No, the water treatment plant.
Uh-huh.
They've got all kinds of equipment out there.
Oh,
for it.
equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're putting in a cast iron fence, I think.
Oh, around the plant.
Yeah, along the west side of this trail. So the whole trail's gonna be closed because they're gonna be doing some trimming in the creek in the area. So I think they said 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know where these people are supposed to go.
Bet you know. Oh, did you leave already?
Do you know if anybody has property taken or?
No, they are saying they have got no beds for any property that people stored. They haven't offered it to anybody that I know of, so that's just a big lie. I asked them where are the containers, but these two cups have been happening
A while. One of them even gave his name. He's really wanting to help them. Said Toto. So you know, people can go. That's what I love that. I know the city board can take care of it. I'm going to bother up with you for that.
Any idea where you're going from here?
No, sir.
No?
You pick up as much change though as I can find. Not a lot of dimes. Not a lot.
Here, I'll add to it.
Alright. Yep, that'll add. That adds up to $1.03. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's not much, but times are hard for everyone, man.
How you been doing?
I'm all right.
How's your wife?
She's doing well. Thank you for asking. She's doing really, really good, actually.
My girlfriend, I think I told you, maybe I didn't, she died on the 9th month, 11th day.
And how are you doing with all that? You're hanging in there. I guess it's all we can do, right?
Just having a hard time focusing anywhere forward.
Well, hang in there.
Okay.
I have a feeling things will get better. I've been pretty quiet for a while. It's time for me to really let my voice be heard, because clearly, with all the efforts of Becky Jorgensen and everyone else, nothing's really getting done.
No.
And
Now it's a circle.
yeah, they're chasing their tail in a circle.
It's a
And
revolving
it is what it
doors,
is.
whatever you want to call it. I call it musical campsites. Because if you live around here long enough, eventually you're going to dance back to one of the campsites that you previously lived in,
Sure,
because you know nowhere else to go.
sure. I mean, what do they expect for people to do? You have to exist. You have to survive. And it is what it
Well,
is.
they're not providing that space. That's for sure.
No, and they could.
Yeah.
And I've given them plenty of ideas. I would like to get a village going.
Laguna Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, well, back behind Camp San Luis there, you've got a lot of infrastructure. You got power, water, sewer. You got buses that go out there. You know, you got everything.
And that would get the homeless outside.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Well, and it is, but you also could have a little village out there where it would be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And if they had passes that everyone could use for a bus, they'd be able to get back and forth, put lockers out there so people could secure their belongings. I mean,
That's a big thing.
that's a huge thing. I mean, the stabbing not long ago that occurred was apparently over a jacket property, from what I understand. And pardon?
What happened?
Down over by the dispensary on Higuera, down the street.
Yeah.
There was a stabbing there weeks ago.
A murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a man that was murdered down there, and there are two people that were involved in it. And they got the guy who did it, but apparently it was over property. And
I heard it was over something else.
And I heard a few things. I heard that he was released from prison. He may have been a predator. I heard that.
I heard he was wanted for another murder of a girl or a woman somewhere else. I don't know. And a jacket was put on the guy who was murdered. That he was having sex with underage.
And that's what I heard too. That's exactly what I heard.
Apparently, he's a lie or whatever, but it got the guy killed.
It got the guy. Yeah, there's some. Either way, when you have a situation like this and everybody is governing themselves, and they give them no way to lock up their belongings. I mean, they've got to go to the store. They've got to go places sometimes. And when they're gone, their belongings are vulnerable.
Yep.
But if they had somebody who even tended to people's property or a way to lock it up, that would be a big plus. for sure. Well, I think I'm about done here for the moment.
You think?
It was nice seeing you,
You too, Jeff.
and take care, man. Hang in there.
Yeah, I try, man.
All right.
I'm glad to hear your wife's doing better.
And thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll let her know.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you next time. I'm done for the day. Well, part of the day.
Alrighty.
Thank you for keeping the peace.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for serving and protecting. You guys don't get a lot of that. You've been under fire a lot.
Can
Anyhow,
you tell me how far down
have a good day.
you're going to enforce this? People go way down.
From here to Elevation.
Have a good day. It was nice seeing you.
Good seeing you.
All right, well, apparently these belongings are going to be thrown away. It is at their discretion what they believe is garbage and not garbage. As you can see, the people that are loading the garbage, you heard out of the man in charge, they're throwing everything away. You heard it from him. That is what they're doing. I don't believe they're going to be storing anything. So, we need to find out what's being done, or if anything has been stored. We have an awful lot of questions for Mr. Derrick Johnson, our city manager, and Miss Christine Dietrich, our city attorney. Folks, literally every road leads to these two individuals. I've been saying that since 2013, 2014. I'm quite sure of it. And it's not just here in San Luis Obispo. Across the nation, folks. Across the nation. If you want to point the finger at someone, point them at the CEOs, our city managers, our county managers, our city attorneys, and our county attorneys. And here in San Luis Obispo, that would be Mr. Derrick Johnson for the city of San Luis Obispo. And he is the CEO. Christine Dietrich, the city attorney. And then Rita Neal is the county attorney. The county attorneys and county directors and managers, the people that are running the show, are the ones that you need to be watching. They're the ones making all the money. Follow the money, you'll find the corruption. So, till next time, and thank you for joining us today with SpechtSolutions, and we're gonna give you an update. Have a good day.